Hello, you weirdos. Jim here, and I think I'm going to start doing more solo reviews and pretty much reviews, just off the top of my head. Let's be a little more loosey-goosey with these, right? That's what I say. As I don't, but I'm saying it now, so it's on the record. But we're going to do Batman, because this week Batman came out. It's Batman number 141. And I know that not everybody's been digging this Chip Zdarsky run as much as my buddy Tommy Knee Scrapes down at the local arcade. And I get it. There are a bunch of things going on in these issues. A lot of homages, or maybe you say ripoffs of Grant Morrison stuff. But one of those things is Batman being the Bat God. And I know that people have different ideas. A lot of people don't like the Bat God. And I understand having Batman jump from the moon down to Earth might have been a bit too much, right? But I think it's kind of nice having at least one book where Batman doesn't keep getting knocked out, captured, or losing Gotham every third Tuesday of the month, right? I mean, Batgod would never let that happen. I mean, he couldn't, right? Oh yeah, back to the Grant Morrison stuff, because there is that pesky Zor and en'arhh. And what the hell is up with Failsafe returning at the end of last issue? Well, let's get into that right about now.
You are all weirdos.
Weird science is the revolution. Weird science is the revolution.
Batman number 141 is written by Chip Zdarsky with art by Jorge Jimenez, colors by Timo Moret, and letters by Clayton Coles. And I will tell you right off the bat, get it? See, these are the jokes, people. This issue is pretty much Batman versus the Terminator. And if that's something that sounds cool to you, I think you will enjoy this issue. Zor and en'arhh has called back Failsafe and has put his consciousness into the robot, using the same gap in programming that Bruce took advantage of right before being zapped by Failsafe into the multiverse in the Gotham without a Batman. Remember that zany thing? Well, why is Zor and en'arhh doing this? Well, because Batman is getting old and weak, and Zor wants to take over the crime-fighting duties. Now, this isn't a totally new idea here. Batman is always worried about what the future will bring, and whether it's a Bat family member taking over a line of clones, he usually does have a plan for the future of Gotham and the Dark Knight. And so it makes sense that Zor and en'arhh has a plan as well. It's just that Zor's methods are totally sus, so Batman doesn't want him to take over. Except that Chip Zdarsky does make Batman hesitate a bit, thinking how nice it would be to relax for once. And I say once, because I think we all want to forget that vacation he took with Selina. You know, when he dressed up like Magnum P.I. when Alfred was busy getting his neck snapped by Bane. See, we're not going to bring that up. We're not going to. Now, of course, Batman isn't going to just let Zor and en'arhh take his job and or shove it. So the fight is on. While Zor berates Batman for being too old, too slow, maybe not handsome enough. Wait, that's my wife berating me. But while that's going on, Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon get some of the deets from Lucy Chesson, the Grey Wolf. If you don't remember, that's Bruce's mentor that the Joker captured a couple issues ago, which started most of this current craziness. But real wow moments, obviously, are Batman fighting Zor and en'arhh in the Failsafe body. And it is really cool. You do get to see Batman, pretty much being attacked and chased by the Terminator. But Batman, he's pretty smart. He has his gadgets, his tech, and he's able to try to work through this, desperately trying to pretty much escape Zor and en'arhh at first, maybe take him down later, but really he is trying to get away from him. And throughout the issue, we get Bruce's inner monologue discussing what he has to do to take down Zor, and it's pretty good. And I do think that Zdarsky has Batman's voice down pretty well. And boy, Jorge Jimenez's art makes the long battle look really damn good. So you have that. My problem with the issue, though, is that we just had an extended fight issue with Batman fighting the Joker. And by the end of this one, Batman is taken down by Zor and en'arhh and thrown into a jail cell with the Joker. And I don't think I'm the only one who is a bit jokered out at the moment. And when the Joker showed up in this book, it did feel like a bit of a desperation move. But really, after the nonsense of Night Terrors with a K and that Gotham War garbage, maybe it was needed. Maybe there was a bit of a desperation, but instead of building on the momentum of this issue, we are now going off to a flashback Joker Year One story that I really, really don't need. Now, I'm guessing it will tie into Zdarsky's Batman the Night story, so maybe it'll be cool. It's just, like I already said, I'm a bit jokered out at the moment. And this issue, being this big fight, and being all these things going down, it's really, building up this momentum. It's building up, but you're not getting much story. So you're waiting. Oh, wait, let's see what the cliffhanger is. What are we going to do next? Oh, this is pretty cool. And you're told we're going to go to this Joker Year One story. So if that's something that you're interested in or looking forward to, you're going to probably be more excited about that than I am. And there is a backup story, also written by Chip Zdarsky with art by Dustin McGuinn, that shows that Zor and en'arhh is the biggest guy in the prison yard. Really does feel like the prison yard of the mind. And while that always means that new inmates are gunning for you, Zor and en'arhh is able to put them in their place. And what you end up getting is a bit of what Zor and en'arh's major plan is. It's something that we kind of saw last issue, because the Zor and en'arhs of the multiverse, they end up having their idea of what they're going to do. But the Batmen of the multiverse, obviously, they want to stop crime in their Earths and things like that. And Zor and en'arhh kind of promises them that they will eventually get to that. But really, what the backup really accomplishes is to add that extra dollar to the cover price of the issue. And I mean, we all love that, right? So overall, it's a good issue. It's one of those, it just feels a bit incomplete by the end, because you're waiting to get to some meat on the bone here, but we're going to go off to this Year One Joker story. And really what it is that Batman, Bruce, is kind of confused. How does Joker know about his mentors? How does Joker know about Zor and en'arhh? And that's what seems to be what we're going to get in the Year One. I kind of wish that maybe we could do that in just a backup each issue, or we could just kind of explain it quickly. But we're going to get Joker Year One. I just hope that it's good. But you have this issue. It's setting up these crazy things. I already mentioned that Jorge Jimenez's art is great. And if you have been enjoying Zdarsky's run so far, you may even like this more than me, this issue. I have been up and down with Zdarsky's run. I like Chip Zdarsky. I really did enjoy his Daredevil run at Marvel, but something that I liked even more was his Invaders book that came out around the time when the Daredevil book started. It didn't last long, but I really, really did like that. But I'm kind of up and down with this whole deal. And I'll admit, Night Terrors with a K and the whole deal with Gotham War, it threw me off as well. You kind of, the momentum's not there. And that's what really worries me about this Batman book overall. It's that I don't really feel that hype where it used to be, even if it was, say, a Tom King and half the people were reading it just to hate on it, the other half were loving it. It still felt like, man, when an issue came out, everybody was talking about it. Everybody was grabbing it, whatever. And I don't feel that with this Zdarsky run. So I hope that we get to that. But again, if you already like the run, I think you'll enjoy this. But it's not going to be something that if you've been down on the run or, want to see what's this all, I don't think it's going to win anybody back just yet. Hopefully we get to that point, because I don't know if you know this, but it's really good for Batman to be a good book. That really sets the tone for the whole line at DC Comics. And right now, I'm just not feeling that hype with it. So with all that in mind, this was just kind of a really long fight scene. So I'm going to give this a 7.9 out of 10 and would love to hear what everyone else thinks of it. So let me know in the comments below. Also, please make sure to like the video. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, it'd be really awesome if you did. So all that said and done, I say goodbye to all you weirdos. Bye for now. Talk to you later.
You are all weirdos.
Weird science is the revolution. Weird science is the revolution.
Hey, all you weirdos. If you like comic book shows, podcasts, videos, please check the description of this video, where you can see links to all of our podcast shows, websites, all of that. And If you want to help us out for everything that we do, you can click on that Patreon link in the upper left-hand corner and check out our Patreon, where you can go right now and get a 7-day free trial to see all the stuff that we do, shows that are Marvel, DC, indie, manga, and even more. So check all that out, and I'll talk to you all later.
Weird science is the revolution.